under eminent domain that government could take property to build, to use?
Hospitals.
Hospitals, go!
Schools. No, not schools.
You wouldn't think public schools?
Did we talk about schools?
Yeah.
That's negative.
Yeah, if the other groups say it's negative, it's got to be negative. Go ahead.
I remember I said
Fuck
schools
you,
were
kid.
second in the conversation.
Highways, or one of the other ones. 1, 2, 3. Things like hospitals, things like highways, things like parks, these kinds of things.
Schools was the original conversation when we were talking.
Yeah,
but you keep doing this, you're gonna shut that down for you.
We're going to come back to schools in a minute and you'll understand, but that's not been traditionally accepted. Please, can you give me an example from New London, Connecticut, what they were doing? And y'all have it.
They took away they were trying to take away houses to build businesses and private, like condos and stuff, and so it wasn't for
Who did they try and take the houses from?
low income.
The poor. That's what I'm looking for. 1, 2, 3. They actually tried to take the houses away from the poor folks is what they tried to do. And they were trying to build, you said condos, what else?
A
shopping mall.
A shopping mall. Anything else? Shopping mall, condos, offices. 1, 2, 3. Anything else? They were talking about businesses, restaurants, these kinds of things. What's the problem with this?
It wasn't for like it wasn't a highway or hospital for public.
It wasn't
use.
directly for like public good because it was going to be sold in a private sense, and so the mayor argued that it would, you know, if we sell it, it'll create tax revenue when people come here, but it wasn't like a direct.
1, 2, 3. The argument was against this was that it's not actually I mean, anybody can drive on a road, anybody can go to a park, but not everybody actually can afford to shop in certain restaurants or live in certain places. And a lot of you got really, really upset about the idea that these poor folks were going to have their homes taken. Please don't forget that, because a lot of y'all got very angry about that. With that being said, the city came back and said, we're going to create jobs. We're going to generate tax revenues. We're going to generate property taxes, income taxes, sales taxes, all of it. And if you remember what they said this is going to lead to better police, better fire, better schools, better roads, these kinds of things. What did the court hold?
They said
Was it
that
legal or not?
It was legal. They said that it was legal for them to take away, to kick out the poor.
But
They did say it was actually legal. 1, 2, 3. And in fact, has the mall been built?
No, because they're still getting so much.
There's still a lot of hell about this. And the thing on this is that eminent domain has typically been understood for public good, but in fact it isn't always public good in this context. And I had given you the story about the Supreme Court justice that quit, retired basically because they went after his house. Go ahead, touch the house, pick me a category. Gotta go.
Articles 2.
Articles 2, and just go ahead and click off of this. I'm going to give y'all first-hand I see. First-hand I see, tie. What's the significance of tie that we've talked about in the first 3 chapters? Go ahead.
Right now in the Supreme Court, there's a tie between Republican and Democrat justices.
Yeah, there is. 1, 2, 3. And what happens when the Supreme Court ties?
It's hard to get something.
I need something more specific. What's the go ahead.
The lower court decision is upheld.
The highest lower court decision is actually upheld. 1, 2, 3. That's exactly what it is. And if you'll recall on this, who is it that is supposed to nominate a Supreme Court justice? The president is. 1, 2, 3. Who is it that in fact is supposed to confirm this?
Congress.
-3.
Whoa.
Who is it that actually...
Is the question that? That's the question?
No.
No, it's not the question. It's tie. What is the significance of tie? Could you go ahead and touch the house, please? So who's supposed to confirm? Y'all are out, y'all are out. First hand I see. Who confirms the judicial nominations? It's not Congress, it's...
Yeah, if we're wrong, then we get to lose points, and we just don't answer.
But if you don't gain any points, you don't get any bonus
We
points.
stay at 0.
You don't gain any bonus points. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta get something right. So, anybody?
Who confirms the branch?
-3.
Who confirms them?
No,
Or
he's
votes
gonna lose
them
it.
in?
He's gonna lose
I'm asking you a question. Who confirms them or votes them in?
Wait,
It's basically the same
That was
thing,
four,
but
that
the
was
question
four.
was,
Wait, you gave-
what's that?
that was 4, not 3. That was 4.
Okay, if there's a difference of 1 at the end, I'll make sure that it gets. The Senate is actually the one that confirms the nominations. Just the Senate, not the Congress, not the House, but just the Senate. Y'all gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category.
Articles for 3.
Articles for 3. Okay, if you will click and then immediately touch the house, please. Okay, because that's not the thing and it would confuse people. Digitally remastered porn, first hand I see. You guys have it, you'll have it next.
Okay, so there's this woman. She's making herself look like she's an underage teen. She's a porn star, and she's trying to appeal to different groups, essentially.
Yeah, she is.
On her website. She's doing this on her website.
He said that she's trying to be underage, yes.
Didn't you say that just to make her look younger? And you said specifically younger. You tried not to say underage teen. You said she wasn't trying to make herself look underage, just younger.
Okay, but doesn't matter.
And the limitation is that it would go on, and eventually they would look too young.
Okay.
Where you can
Okay, y'all have control, so the more answers that you give me, the more points you get.
So she's actually 25 years old, and the argument was that she was just trying to make herself look younger.
She was trying to make herself look younger to appeal to a different audience is where you hit left me. Is it legal to do?
No.
It's not illegal. It's illegal because
It would give the idea that child pornography would be legal. So like if it was,
Go ahead.
so yeah, it'd just be giving
it'd be giving the wrong idea of saying that we're allowing child pornography to exist if
Yes.
we allow for this digitally remastered images to exist as well.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
It's
The
not
idea.
person, it's not the actual person, it's the digitally remastered part that makes it so different. If it was, if she just looked younger, it'd be one thing.
Yeah, it's perfectly fine to look younger, and it's perfectly fine to basically appeal to these different audiences. The digitally remastered part is actually the problem on this. And since the digitally remastered part,
Guys,
well, you're not going to get any if you don't get any positive points. So,
You're not counting those in the first place.
Because you're speaking out of turn, though.
Yeah, it was-
When he calls on you.
We are not.
It's not now.
Everyone is everyone please.
okay, digitally remastered porn. Is it legal for someone to digitally remaster themselves older?
yeah.
No, it's not. It's illegal.
It actually is not, actually. You're right. And they basically said that if you're able to digitally remaster, it's so lifelike that it gives the idea that it's really a child, and that could cause problems. But it also, you could use props to make yourself look younger or props to make yourself look older, but you can't actually use props or the digitally remastering because it's a little too lifelike. Show of hand, first hand I see, because I want everybody to have a chance to be in control of the board. Any other porn you want to talk about? You got it first.
Revenge porn.
What's revenge porn?
So it's actually illegal, but it's essentially, like the guy posts a picture of his.
Is it illegal?
It's illegal.
When two people are in a consenting relationship, then they're not in a consenting relationship. The photographs.
Okay, you're getting too wordy now. What is revenge porn?
when
So-
someone posted a picture that like a couple, a girl gives a new picture to the guy, let's
Okay.
say, and then they break up, the guy will post it online and use it to show the world with the information of her home address, Facebook, and other information.
One state just recently came out, at least according to the articles, and tried to make it illegal. What state was it?
California.
California. And what was it, in fact, in California? What do you have to prove to get a conviction under revenge porn? 5, 4, 3. Anybody in the group? 2, 1. Y'all have it next. 5, 4.
Malice.
You had to prove malice? I think it's no malice. You had to
prove that somebody could find her and harm her.
You had to prove that somebody could find and harm her?
Like that the information-
Minus 3.
Jersey.
Jersey, minus 3. Go ahead, y'all have it.
Malice. That was
Well, I didn't give them credit for that yet, but there were 2 things that you've got to prove. What are the 2 things? 5,
Stay quiet.
No, we're gonna lose points if we stay close.
4.
malice and intent to harm.
Okay, you actually have to prove 1, 2, 3 that there is malice. You actually do have to prove that there is this intent that you're trying to do something wrong. Because just because you post pictures of people, not everybody might not like it. But what's the other thing that you have to prove? The easy thing. Well, I think that's what you've already said. What's the second thing?
That's the actual person.
What do you mean that's the actual person?
The naked photo, I assume. You have to assume that that's
Like, you can't just say, like, this is.
Brayden says no. Yeah, I gotta go back. The other thing that you've got to prove, and y'all are already out, you actually got to prove that the person posted the picture. You got to prove that they posted the picture, and then you got to prove that there's a malice intent. But y'all did give me the last correct answer, and you've got the board. So pick something.
Constitution for 1 point. I have no confidence.
Constitution at 1 point. Go ahead. What are the 2 provisions in the Constitution we discussed dealing with slavery? First hand I see. Go ahead.
The 3/5.
What is the? Go ahead.
The 3/5 compromise.
What is the 3/5 compromise?
Which, for every 5 slaves counted as 3 people towards the population.
5 slaves counted for 3 people as far as population for what? Why was this important?
For a House of Representatives.
For representation for House of Representatives.
And for taxes, because apparently.
And for taxes, yeah.
And then the other one was until 1808, the government couldn't put any restrictions on the slave trade.
On the slave trade. So basically, and what was the logic behind trying to cut the slave trade in 20 years?
That they would be more stable to do that.
If you gave them time,
Yeah.
then what?
To do kind of,
I don't remember.
Anybody?
it
You
would
can think-
slowly fall out and get smaller and smaller as time went on.
If you cut away the slave trade, then they wouldn't bring in people, and then slavery would slowly die out. What was actually the reality, though?
Started breeding slaves, so we created an internal slave.
Yeah, tried to bring 'em in.
They brought in gargantuan numbers, and then they started breeding the slaves, and then at that point, it really didn't impact things. I think one of the chapter questions deals with the runaway slave trade. Pardon me, the runaway slave provision of the Constitution. Keep that one in mind. Go ahead, touch the house down there, or click it and then touch the house.